guys, it is Lisa here, or the Diamond Stitcher as I go by on YouTube and Instagram. Hello, good morning or good afternoon, whatever time it is for you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you are new to my channel, first off, welcome. I'm happy you found me. I hope you would consider subscribing and stick around for all things diamond painting. And if you are returning, thank you so much for your continued support. It still does really mean a lot to me that you guys tune in every week during my various videos that I post, and you like, you share, you comment. It really brightens my day. I'm actually having a pretty hard day today. It started out all right, but I've gotten myself in a bit of a I wouldn't call it a pain crisis, but a lot of pain. And anytime I move, the pressure in my neck and my head just, oh, pressure just goes up. Anyway, I'm sitting down on Saturday afternoon. What date is it? I always forget to look. I think it's the 20th. Let me actually open my little book here. Yeah, it is the 20th. So sitting down on the 20th in the afternoon, I had planned to film my Wip Chat a little bit earlier today, but as I said, I got myself in a bit of a bind with a massive migraine. I was going to put it off until tomorrow, but I thought, you know what? You're not going to feel good tomorrow anyway, so just get it over with today. Not that I want to get it over with, but I've been meaning to sit down and film this all week. And, the days my husband was off, I wasn't feeling good. Then the days he was home, I didn't want to film. And now I had planned to film today because he's back to work and I feel like crap again. So there seems to never be a good time to film. Generally, the mornings actually tend to be a little bit better. That's before I do anything and I move my body, so my pain is pretty low. But before I keep chattering away, why don't we get started here? So I'm using my favorite tray, Yellow Dog Designs. This company is on Etsy. They are Canadian based and they become really popular in social media. I feel like this past week, everybody's asking about them. I really love their trays. This is the extra large version with the washi tape type ledge here. That way your diamonds, have a little ledge to go on top of. They make their trays with this really cool kind of design on the back. It's completely flat. There is no, my dog is going crazy beside me. Zoe, why do you have beans now? Why do you have beans? She's got beans. Anyway, yeah, I really love how this tray works. It's the one I grab every time I sit down. And then I also grab this cool thing. This is called a half lid. And it looks like that on the back. And it just fits on the top of the tray here. And what it does is it kind of works as a funnel. So when you're pouring your diamonds back into your containers or bags, sometimes you'll have drills jumping off the sides. This prevents that. So I really like that. And then she added my YouTube handle on there, which I thought was really nice. So this is what I grabbed. And I also wanted to show you this. You can kind of see it up here, kind of off camera. I don't want the under magnet to fly, but look at this cute minder. This is one I am keeping. So I am in the midst of making these Valentine's Day minders. And that's one reason my neck is really sore. I've been making a few a day this week, and finally today, well, no, actually that's a lie. I was going to say today was my day off, but I didn't. I made 4 more because I had 4 more pieces, so I thought I would get it over with. I'm not yet sure when I'm going to do the first drop. What I'm planning on doing is finishing off the ones I have, gluing the magnets on and prepping them in their packages and stuff. And then I may put those on a drop. I may drop those first and then make another batch. I haven't quite decided yet. I think I have about 30 made. They just need to be finished. Various designs. They're not all going to look like this or look the same, but this is the general kind of idea. There's a two to three charms in them, and then I put all sorts of fun stuff around them as well. I cover it in resin so that nothing falls off, and then I glue a magnet on the back like that, and you can use it as a cover minder. You can also use it on your fridge as a fridge magnet as well. Cover minders, they're usually used to hold back the plastic that's on the diamond painting. As you can see, I have the plastic down here, but I do cut it off one entire row and I put release papers down. Chances are I'm not going to get through this entire section during this video, and I'm going to want to take a break after. So my release paper is not going to sit nicely because half of it's going to be completed. So that's when these things come in handy, and you can put it right over wherever you have a release paper and it just holds it in place so it doesn't fall off during the night or whatever you have. Yeah. So I'm having a lot of fun making these They have brought so much joy to me this week. My husband, I keep telling him to look at all my pretty things I'm making. I'm having a lot of fun with them. So many cool charms and designs. So I really hope you guys like them. I know my little kind of sneak peek of them on my Facebook group, DAC Fans Canada, was positive, and I know a lot of you are looking forward to them. So I'm doing my best to make a lot so everybody can at least have one. That's what I've been doing this week. And yeah, I've gotten my neck in a bind because I don't usually sit at a counter, looking down too long. It's not good on anyone's neck, let alone mine. And I had some really good days this week where I was essentially in pretty low pain. I wouldn't say zero pain, but very low. And my mood was also really good. I was feeling pretty happy. And yeah, I just worked away at these minders in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I did my usual grab a diamond painting and get some progress done. I have technically, I had 4 whips. I just finished one today. I can't show it to you because it's actually a secret. I will show it to you soon. I will do a post review soon after this video goes up that you can see that. But it was a quick kit that I wanted to just get done for fun. And then I've been alternating my 3 whips. I have this one. I should show you what this is. This one is Fabiola. Here's the image up on the screen. I just photocopied the sticker sheet. This is by Richard Lorenz. I did start this to participate in the Richard Lorenz diamond painting event that's currently going on. I will link that event info in my description box. It's going on for 2 months, so January and February. Cindy is running it. She's a great community member. There's weekly prizes. The artist is also involved, and so far it's been really fun. Everybody just picks a Richard Lorenz diamond painting, and you kind of paint along with each other. This is the pen I'm using this week. It's my hybrid wood pen, hybrid flower pen from MTN Inspirations. They are on Etsy, and they are based in the US. I don't buy from them often, but when I saw this one, I had to get it. So I've been using it. Now, what else am I using? That's pretty much it. I don't even know where to begin, you guys. I've had a busy, I don't know how long it's been since my last Wip Chat. Has it been 2 weeks? I actually did jot notes down in my little calendar this time. I'm just looking here. When was my last Wip Chat? Why didn't I write it down? What am I doing? I'm looking in August 2023. That's why nothing's making sense, you guys. I don't know if my head wasn't screwed on. So I think, yeah, I forgot to double check. I usually check when it went up, and then I kind of know what my dates are, but I'll kind of just guess. This kit has been a joy to work on. I have to start there. Look at how nicely this tray lines up those diamonds and the high quality of these diamonds. They sit flush against each other. There are no tabs in this color, no trash. We have a stowaway yellow diamond, but other than that, this tray works wonderfully. The drills are awesome, and they're laying down really nicely. Now, I know the light pad's on, so you do see a little bit of gapping, but generally speaking, the spacing on these square kits, now that I'm using, I'm pretty sure, all new diamonds, the ones with the 20 facets and the upgraded formula, etc. These square grids are amazing. Their multi-placing is like a dream on them. I'm finding yeah, it's been a dream. These DAC multi-placers, that's the one I have on here. It is, what is it? I think it's their 8-placer, and it's been working really well. I do find the Diamond Art Club metal tips, they are more precise for me. And again, reminder for those that are new, I do diamond paint on the couch, so I do have my phone on a different tripod today, so let me know if it's less shaky. I have the tripod actually sitting on the couch because my side of the couch, right, is a sectional, and it has like a, what do you call it, like a chase, a piece that extends. It's usually where the dog sits, but when I'm filming, that's where the tripod used to go, but I didn't like it. It was a nuisance, so I went to filming back with the tripod or the phone holder that clips onto the desk, but every time I put diamonds down, it would shake. So let me know. I mean, you're going to see if I move the table, but Otherwise, the camera shouldn't be wiggling as much. Let me know if it matters or if you guys notice if it's better. But yeah, last week I was in a bit of a funk regarding diamond painting. I was finding I was like making up every excuse not to diamond paint, and I could not figure out what it was. I even posted an SOS to my group saying, I don't know if I should kit up another diamond painting or what is going on. And then I quickly figured out the problem. I chose to work on this, and the problem is I hadn't worked on it all week. Um, I actually am finding the rounds difficult to work on and multi-place. I find that the spacing on the rounds is a little bit, like there's a little bit too much space. So when I go to lay diamonds down, with the multi-placer, I really have to like plant one end and then stretch the diamonds. But if you stretch them too far, the ones at the base you pull off and then the symbol shows. But if you don't stretch it, the symbol shows up here. So the spacing is just not as precise as with these squares. So I'm finding on that round kit, this is the biggest multi-placer I can use. I was trying to use this one, which I think is their 12, because the paintings I was working on, both of the round ones I was working on, have large areas of color blocking. So this would have been perfect. But I was finding the spacing was just off. And, I hate when you have to, put the diamonds down and then you have to go back and pull each diamond into place. To me, it's like, why not just single place then if that's the case? I want to be able to multi-place and for my diamonds to fit correctly in their spots, right? What I'm finding is I'm fighting with my multi-placer and it's taking the joy out of diamond painting. As soon as I sat down with this one and I got a good session in, I felt immediately relaxed. Benefits of diamond painting kicked in and I had, a good afternoon. But yeah, I've been finding with the round kits, I'm just fighting with the spacing and getting the diamonds where they're supposed to be. I'm a multi-placer. I hate single placing. I always use my multi-placer. Very rarely, even when I have to move diamonds, I will still use the multi-placer to do it. So yeah, I don't know. I hope maybe it's just a me thing and maybe I don't do enough rounds. I mean, I think I have been doing a lot of rounds lately. I've kind of been doing an even kind of 50-50. What I usually try to do is do a square, then a round, then a square, then a round, and I alternate, right? I used to find doing the squares very hard on my arm because of my nerve damage. But in this kit, I'm having no problems at all. And I think it's because finally this kit has all of the new diamonds on the new grid, whereas the in-between kits had a mix of the 13 and 20 facets. So some they weren't all the same size. So some areas you had really tight diamonds, other areas you had a bit of gapping, right? But now it's just perfect. So I'm actually really happy and I'm really excited. If this is the new square experience, I'm stoked because I do prefer squares. I find them more fun. Right now I'm finding that their placement is a lot better. Like I can use my multi-placer and it looks good on a square. I don't have to fuss much. So fingers crossed this is the future. And I don't know what more upgrades they could do to these squares, to be honest. I think that this version is pretty perfect. Let me know what you guys think down below. I think in the market, their squares are the best right now. Again, that's preference. Some people might have other favorites, but for me, I'm finding that I'm really enjoying these new ones. So I can't wait to get more kits. It makes me grateful that I don't have a large stash of kind of older diamond paintings. And I learned that earlier on when they started introducing lots of upgrades, that when the upgrades came out, I would more likely rather work on the new kits rather than the old kits. So I stopped buying so much because they're always upgrading, right? So I'm always watching for what's the next upgrade. And then now they have this new perforated cover, which I think I'm really going to enjoy. I don't have to do, cutting the plastic and putting the washi tape down and doing the release papers, even though this is fun, especially when you purchase the printed release papers. And I do have printed ones, and look at me, I'm using the Amazon ones, but that's okay. I do have some that I got for this kit, but I haven't filmed the small shop haul yet. So I have a drawer of packages, actually. An entire drawer. We got a new cabinet that we could put our printer on, and I got one with a lot of storage, so drawers and shelving. and it's sitting kind of under our kitchen island. We used to have the printer just on like a side table that had no drawers, but because of all my crafting stuff, my husband said, why don't we get something with drawers? And that was the perfect spot to put it. So that's what we did. As you can see, I need 3 hands trying to fill the tray while not spilling things. We've got a few black ones up here. Let me know what you guys are working on down below. Are you participating in any events right now? I know some of you are and have already finished paintings for certain events. You guys are super fast. Where are we? We're at like January 20th. I was just thinking, will I have more than one finish this month? I think I will, you guys. And that's a miracle because kind of last year, because I did have another surgery, which, set me back a little bit. I was finishing like one painting every 6 weeks or so, but right now I have this one going. I just finished this morning a snack size round kit, and then I have a Mooney Made round kit and another kit from Diamond Art Club in rounds, masked, which was one of the exclusive paintings in the Christmas mystery boxes. I did acquire that on a D-stash, and I'm almost finished that. So I think if I spend more time diamond painting, and now till the end of the month, I think I will have multiple finishes this month, which will make it interesting because yeah, I usually don't diamond paint like that, and I'm actually liking having multiple whips because, again, I wake up and maybe I want to work on rounds one day and then I'm frustrated, so tomorrow I work on the squares. This painting has a lot of bright colors, whereas masked is all dark colors, so I just totally, whatever I wake up and feel like doing is what I do, and I'm really liking that instead of just having one diamond painting and you must finish it before you can start another. I'm finding I'm enjoying diamond painting more when I can choose between a couple kits in a given day and work on them that way, and then yeah, maybe finish a couple a month instead of one and feeling disappointed because everybody else finished 4. Not that I want to compare myself. I actually don't compare myself to anybody. But when I always see those month in review videos from most creators that do them, I think, geez, it would be nice if I could do more than one painting. So maybe I will have a month in review this month. Yeah, maybe I'll do one at the end of the month in review, even if I don't finish them all. This one, I don't know. I think I'm going to try to finish the round ones off because rounds do go quicker. The Mooney Made round one is going pretty good aside from some of the dark colors. The diamonds are pretty trashy and they're very inconsistent in size. Mooney Made did, I believe, initiate and send me replacement diamonds, but they've not yet arrived, and I had elected to just continue on because once the painting is done, you won't notice it, but it is making working with them very difficult because they're inconsistent, not in just diameter, but also in height. So if you use a multi-placer, you know that over time your diamonds, like you can see in here, your diamonds kind of make the putty move if you use putty or wax. So if you're picking up different heights of diamonds, then it's just not going to work nicely. So I was struggling with that early on. The other thing that I'm really getting frustrated at, I have something called, I think, pulsatile tinnitus. Mine is because of the muscles in my neck and the nerves in my neck or something. I don't know. The one doctor I see regularly explained it to me, and she put injections into a certain muscle, and she said if it made it better, then we know that's the problem. It's your condition, not your ear itself. And yeah, I did. I felt good for a couple of weeks after those last injections, but it's back. And so now I'm talking to you. Every time I pause, I hear this big whooshing in my left ear, and it's so debilitating. It's so distracting. And when you've gone all day like this, it's like exhausting. I don't know how to describe it. I don't like it. I have constant ringing. That started after my very first surgery for my condition, actually. And I had hoped it was just like a temporary thing. But no, it's stuck around. And because my left arm is getting worse, it's gotten worse too. So I have this constant ringing in my ears. And then now I get this whooshing. So anytime I'm talking, as soon as I pause, I get this big whoosh. It's like a big wave, and it just is driving me insane. I'm also finding like what I need is one of those caddies or ledge things so that the tray can rest on it. I don't know if I told you guys, I actually did get my hearing tested, and she said I did show signs of mild impairment, not enough to need hearing aids, but especially the last couple weeks, I find I'm asking my husband to repeat himself constantly, and I don't know if it's because he's mumbling or if it's my ears, like my hearing is getting even worse. I have no idea. I didn't get it checked too long ago. I do really bad when there's lots of noise going on at the same time. So if I have the TV on, then he's playing something on his phone, but he also has something playing on his computer, and he's trying to talk to me. Like I can't hear. I just cannot hear. And when he's just talking normally, I do think some of it is he's very quiet and he's mumbling and he needs to speak louder. But yeah, my hearing is very muffled, and that is also driving me completely insane as well. Luckily, I don't work right now, so I don't have to fight with those problems at work, but fighting with them at home is hard enough. I can't imagine dealing with a noisy work environment with this current thing going on. It's quite distracting, and because I find it so, what's the word I'm looking for? Debilitating is not the right word, but it's kind of the word I'm looking for. I would not be able to function. I mean, it bothers some days, I sit quiet most of the day and I'm just listening to the humming. I mean, it makes really great white noise. If you're somebody who likes white noise, it is good for that, but it can get taxing on my nervous system. My nervous system can kind of go into overdrive. It kind of enters that fight and flights thing, and that's what happened last week, a couple of the days actually. So this past week is the week that I was expecting lots of appointments. I think I had talked to you guys about that. I was really anxious. I talked about anticipatory anxiety, which some of you related to and didn't know it was such a thing. Glad I could share my knowledge. But yeah, I was dealing with a lot of anticipatory anxiety because I had appointments this week that required me to stay over at my parents' house, which just packing up for that is stressful to me. Sleeping on the couch is hard because my body is broken. Plus, I need a machine to sleep at night, otherwise I don't breathe. It's just there's so many moving parts that it is just stressful for me. And then having to get to another city for, what was it, 8 o'clock in the morning for a test. And then we had the day before a report that we were going to get 30 centimeters of snow. So my dad quickly recommended that I reschedule my medical appointments, which at first I was kind of ticked off at, and I was just going to drive myself. But then I thought, you know what? I have been not looking forward to this for the last 3 weeks. I've been anxious about it. I should have just rescheduled things because that day was supposed to be the test in another city. Then we had to drive back home where I live, and I was supposed to sit in a dentist chair for my tooth that chipped for 2.5 hours while they prepped the tooth for a crown on the same day at 10:30. So the test would have been 8:15, I think it was. Then I had to be in another city an hour away for 10:30. I was preparing a flare up after. I knew I would not do well. I was not looking forward to it. I was super anxious. And in the end, the day was canceled. We had a snow day. So lesson learned there. I was thinking about it that day, just thinking about how much anxiety I had about it, how worked up I was getting myself. And in the end, it got changed anyway. When you are sick, you really need to live a happy life. You really need to adopt the everything happens for a reason kind of rule or catchphrase. And everything happens on its own time. Like you can't control it no matter how hard you try. The more you try, the more upset you're going to get. Nothing else is going to be accomplished. And yeah, that was kind of a reminder, perhaps the message the whole time was that I should have rescheduled that day. I should not have booked 2 medical things in the same day, especially one that requires dental work when I have such problems at the dentist with freezing. Yeah, I have to get a lot of freezing. It's just a whole traumatic experience now that never used to be traumatic. Yeah, so the day was canceled, but my body was left in fight and flight. So I don't know if you experience anxiety, you've probably experienced the flight or fight system in your body. It's essentially when you feel like you're running from a wild animal or somebody is chasing you, like that feeling, like looking over your shoulder, feeling very on edge, very jumpy. That's our fight and flight system, our sympathetic nervous system in overdrive. And for people like me who deal with anxiety disorder, once it's in overdrive, it's very hard to turn off. And once it's in overdrive, as my husband says, the physical symptoms of anxiety kick in. You can't turn it off. You just have to ride those symptoms out and hope and pray when you wake up the next day, you will feel better. And generally, I do feel better. However, this past week, 2 days in a row, I felt like that. It was awful. I hate feeling it. I think you could also equate it to feeling like adrenal fatigue if you are somebody who has that. Yeah, you just feel really exhausted and worn down. You feel like you're fighting the flu. And just, yeah, it's just so exhausting. And yeah, it just makes me feel yucky inside thinking about it. But yeah, that was this week. So on the Monday and Tuesday, I wrote down pain crisis. So I must have had high pain. Can't remember why. And then on Wednesday this week, on the 10th, I guess I do better with a full month calendar. I'm looking at it weekly where I took notes. But I'll just say dates. On the 10th, it was a Wednesday. I actually decided to go to a local church. I've been there a few times. I've met some really nice ladies through there who are just like the kind of people that when you see them, you want what they have. There's a one lady there, Julie, her name is, and she is just a bright light. She's always smiling, always happy. The words she speaks are always inspirational. She's just a very bright, positive person. And yeah, I was just really drawn to her when I first met her. So on Wednesday, they have a morning Bible study that I decided to join because living at home with chronic disabilities, especially when you're in pain all the time, I don't go out of the house anymore. The only times I go out are for medical appointments or if I'm running errands with my husband. Mostly it's medical appointments. So that was one thing I wanted to start doing this year was going to that group because it's really close by. I can actually drive my power wheelchair there if it's nice out, or if I'm strong enough to drive, it's just like 2 minutes away. It's 2 traffic lights, pretty much a straight road. So it's very easy for me to get there. And yeah, it's just getting out in public. I mean, I don't even have work anymore to be kind of a bit of a social outlet. All I have is my online community, which is why I appreciate you all so much. I know some of you relate to that. You feel very isolated and alone as well. And it's really hard to remain positive when you feel so alone in a world full of people, right? But yeah, that is one thing I wanted to do is to try and attend that group as often as I can. And maybe to start every other week because every week I burnt myself out last year when I tried that. But or maybe even just on the good days, just to go and socialize with people my age that are good people, if you know what I mean. Like I don't drink, so going to a bar or a pub is out of the question. I'm not meeting people there, and I don't really want to meet people that go there during the day, right? Oh yeah, and then on Thursday, that's why I was in another pain crisis. So on the Thursday, I decided to, sorry, if you've never tried filming and doing, working on a whip, it's very difficult because you often almost mix colors up, you put things out of order, it takes a lot of concentration, so bear with me here. But what do I want to do next? How about the why? Yeah, I went in my stash and I took out all of the sticker sheets. Now I'm having a vague recollection that I've already told you guys this, But I took out all of these like sticker sheets that comes with the diamond painting kits, brought them upstairs, and I have a new way that I'm storing them. That video will be coming out this coming week. I'm not sure if that will come. I think I'll put that video after this Whip and Chat. So after this video, look for my stash video, diamond painting stash that is. I also want to do a diamond painting pen stash video update because I have acquired quite a few new pens since the last time I did that video, which is when I first started my channel, I believe. So I'm going to look forward to that in the future. But yeah, I went through all of the boxes and got the sticker sheet, and my God, you guys, that put me flat on my back for a couple of days, but I was really proud of myself for doing it. I was dreading doing it. Luckily, it was a fairly good day, so it put me on my back for a couple of days, but I expected it, right? It's so hard to do things when you know it's going to make you sick. It's just such a mind, you know what? It's just, you know, your body is screaming not to do things because you know it's going to make you sick, but you don't want to not do them because then life is just not fun. So I did that. That video is coming out. I went through my new way to store to keep track of my stash. I usually use GemsFlow, which is an app, but I don't often remember to keep it up to date. So this new way that I'm going to do it is going to be better, and I am going to be able to accurately keep track. That way, if I see somebody asking for a painting I think I have, I can actually look up here and see if I actually do have that kit, because my GemsFlow is not reliable. So I was having to go down to my storage locker every time somebody, you know, expressed interest in something that I thought I would have and I don't mind getting rid of. So I'm excited for that. I hope it works out better because it was a lot of work. My husband was shocked when he came home and I told him what I did. Just crazy. And then the next day, following that, so the Friday, I took my dog and cat in for a doctor checkup. Last time they went for a wellness check was about a year ago. It was the first time I actually took in my cat to the vet because she is a very healthy cat and she's never had any problems. But I noticed a lot of plaque on her teeth. I mean, she lived probably 12 years before she ever had her teeth cleaned, so that was a lot. She had to have a couple teeth pulled that time. That was, I think, 2 years ago. And do you ever see, is this in frame? I think it's in frame. I got two little P's there, and there's no other P's in this section, so I'm just going to put E over there. Do you ever do that? I do that all the time because I'm like, why take out another baggie just for 2 diamonds? I do it all the time. Never turns out poorly. You never notice when it's done. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I took them for their wellness. The dog got a clean bill of health. Even her teeth didn't need doing, which is a miracle because every time I take my dog, she needs her teeth cleaned. She has, like, they call it like small dog mouth disease or something. Small dogs, because their jaw is so small, they can't naturally clean their teeth very well. So they get a lot of plaque buildup and they get a lot of rotten teeth. So she's had quite a few teeth pulled over the years. But she got a clean bill of health because now I brush the dog's teeth. So that's very exciting. I'm very happy about that because it's very expensive to get their teeth done. Plus, you're putting them under anesthetic, right? Plus, if you have to remove teeth, is traumatic too. But the cat, they found a couple lesions on her teeth that they were concerned about, and they thought it was a good idea to do one more dental and get those teeth taken care of. The older the cat gets, the more risky it is for dental work, putting them under anesthetic. But he did give her a clean bill of health otherwise. Probably has a bit of osteoarthritis starting because she's been having a lot of trouble jumping. So we started a new medication for osteoarthritis that's a once-a-month injection for the cat. I thought we would try it for a couple of months, maybe 3 months, and see if it's made a difference at all in her jumping, because I know she has an old injury in her leg as well. So I'm not quite sure if it's like a muscle issue or osteo, which is a bone issue, right? So, thought we would try that. But it is $80 a month, which is a lot when I have to pay for my own medications, right? But yeah, we're going to do that. And then we scheduled the dental. So I'll fast forward to that because did a lot happen? I'm just looking. I talked a little bit about what went on there. Okay, I'll just keep going in order for ease of my brain to remember. So yeah, they had their checkups, and then I booked the cat's actual dental cleaning for a week. So we will get to that update in a few minutes. But that weekend was pretty calm and quiet because I was still recovering from going through my entire stash, and also the vet day was pretty hard because I'm anxious for the pets, and getting them there and back, and it's a lot. Even though my husband helped me, it's still just a lot. And then on the Monday, I posted one of my Diamond Art Club sneak peeks, which was Linus by Peanuts. I know a lot of you liked that one. I have not started it, but I do hope to get working on that one relatively soon. I wanted to finish the whips I currently have and then maybe throw that one in for February, just because it's a big color blocking kit. It would just go by fast, I think. I was actually supposed to have another sneak peek that week. It was supposed to be one of the Flintstone kits, Dino. He is actually finally on the way. So once I receive that kit, I will do a first look for any of you that are interested in seeing that before purchasing Dino. I will do that video for you. So that one would be coming. Probably the week after this video goes up, I would have to say. And then of course I have another one lined up. So it just depends on kind of when it comes, what day I can film it, and then when I can get it up. And then the other thing I've been doing is going to weekly massages. I did miss one because I was sick, but I think that they're really helping. I felt this week I went on a Tuesday. We're Saturday now, so Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, I actually felt pretty darn good. Pain-wise was super low, and mood-wise, I was just feeling happy and optimistic. And then Friday and today, Saturday, I've just felt sluggish and tired and sore and achy, lots of pain. So I'm hoping going to massage once a week is going to, just like routinely, is going to help keep things settled. There is a lot of work to be done. I am a big mess. So it's going to take probably a couple months for me to feel like any long-term benefit from the massages. But I'm hoping that it also helps break up some of the scar tissue that I have inside from the various surgeries I've had, which will help too in the end. But yeah, once the benefits wear off, feel like I'm just back in this broken body that's incredibly sore and massive headache as I sit here talking to you guys. But that's another kind of self-care thing that I've kind of put to the front of my priority list for this year. Not really a resolution. I don't make resolutions, but me and my husband, we want to get our life back. We want to get some semblance of health back. We used to be very active, healthy people, and he's just exhausted all the time from working full-time, also being a dad and caring for me. So yeah, we are trying to make some healthier decisions. We also, actually talking about that, we started drinking a new green smoothie thing. Now, he is one of those smoothie guys. He used to make a blended green smoothie every other day. He actually used to drink it every day, but his skin actually started turning yellow, or the orange, from too much, I think it's carotene, is it? Same thing when you eat too many carrots. Now let me find a color here. 37. Yeah, same thing as you eat too many carrots. So he was doing it every other day. And then we saw a lot of people start talking about something called EG1, which is athletic greens. No, I'm not sponsored or selling anything. I'm just trying it, and I have noticed a difference. It is a USA product, and it does cost a hefty penny, but we both decided to invest in it because he's just getting tired of the smoothies. It's like a whole afternoon prepping those smoothies, blending everything, chopping everything. He buys everything fresh and chops it all and blends it all, freezes it all in individual packages, and it's just a lot of work. So when he heard about this, he wanted to try it and thought if I like it, because I can't drink his smoothies. They're just, he puts garlic in it and ginger, and it's just not enjoyable for me at all. Even like I used to take a shot glass, and even the shot glass I couldn't finish drinking. It was awful, but I said I would try it, and I'm happy. I'm really happy with it. It doesn't taste like greens, but it's not sweet either. I think they flavor it, I think, with pineapple and something else. I can't remember. But yeah, it has all different green ingredients, and it's a powder you mix in water or milk. I mix it in water. I just mix it in 8 ounces. You can do 8 to 12 ounces, but the less the better, right? That you have to drink. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I've been having it almost every day, and the days I don't have it, I feel sluggish. I feel not so good. I feel tired, and my mood also, I notice, is lower. So I'm really making an effort now to stick to taking that daily. My husband's also really liking it. So that's something new that we started as well for our self-care that I'm really happy. We found something. I've tried all sorts of those kind of green powder stuff, and it either upset my stomach or it was just not like, I just could not get it down. Like, I would gag. It was so bad. So I'm happy we found something. So we're sticking with that. That just popped in my head there. So then on Thursday the 18th is when my cat was supposed to have her dental. So we dropped her off on at 8 a.m. That was after our big dump of 30 centimeters of snow. I guess I kind of bypassed that day. I touched on it a little bit. I was supposed to have the appointments and the dental work, and then it snowed 30 centimeters, so we canceled it all. We had a snow day on the Wednesday. And then Thursday, we had to take the cat in. The roads were still awful, but we were able to drive to our vet. It's not far away, just like a couple of minutes. And they called in about half an hour saying, the vet called me saying she's concerned because she hears a murmur, a heart murmur. And my first thing was, well, she just had a checkup a week ago, and that guy never said anything. And, she was pretty confident that she heard a murmur, and she was worried that there was a gallop or a skipping of a beats, which means like an arrhythmia. And if you have an arrhythmia under anesthetic, it is more risky for you, right? So they were very concerned. So they wanted to do blood work to see if she had any heart damage, because the most common cause of arrhythmias in cats, I guess, is heart disease. And she just turned 14, so she is senior. But I found it very odd because the other guy didn't mention it at all, and he listened to her heart and her lungs. So I found that very interesting. Anyway, they did the blood work. It came back normal, that she doesn't have any sign of heart damage, which means she very likely does not have heart disease. But they were recommending an ultrasound for, to like 100% confidently say if there is or isn't any heart disease. Right now, they know there's no damage, but it doesn't mean she doesn't have the beginnings of a heart disease, right? The ultrasound they want $1,000 for, which at this time I don't think it is necessary because it would not change anything we're doing. I mean, I think there are a lot of other ways that they can treat her if they think her heart is becoming a problem, like antiarrhythmic drugs, or I don't know if the cats, like animals, have the same medications, like heart blockers and stuff. But we elected not to do the ultrasound right now because the vet did call back when the blood work came back normal, and she was super confident that the cat's fine, her heart's fine. She was comfortable proceeding. So I did decide to proceed. I was a bit hesitant because they were so worried before, but knowing that my cat had 2 teeth that were causing her a lot of pain, it just, I didn't want her to remain in pain from teeth. So I was confident in their decision to proceed with the dental. So they did. They used a very, very low anesthetic. So she kind of was in and out, I think. But she woke up very quickly, and yeah, they did extract only one tooth. They didn't have to extract the other tooth. The problem with the other tooth, it's actually the top tooth, which is a healthy tooth, is just hitting the gum where an old tooth used to be. So when they took out the old tooth, it left a space, and the upper tooth has just been hitting it and creating a little bit of a sore. Here she comes as we speak of her. Hello, you gonna sit with us? Big jump. She's still not quite feeling herself. She is more herself today, but yesterday I swear she was still seeing things. She was sitting there just staring at nothing and yeah, acting really silly. But I've been giving her, I think it's like a Advil for cats once a day to help with her pain. She doesn't seem to be in too much pain because, like I said, they only took one tooth and then they cleaned the rest. So that's probably going to be the last time we do her dental. I said to my husband, I want to start brushing her teeth. She is a very good cat. She sits through me grooming her and cutting her nails with a little bit of displeasure, but she still sits there and takes it. I've never tried to brush her teeth because, well, that's a lie. When I was younger, I did, and it didn't go well, so I didn't do it. But now that she's older and more calm, I think I'm going to have my husband hold her, swaddle her in a blanket, and then I'm just going to help brush her teeth a little bit just to avoid plaque buildup so she doesn't get cavities and need more teeth pulled because the older they get, the riskier it is under sedation. So I brush the dog's teeth, so I might as well try and brush the cat's teeth now that they're both seniors. I do want them to live long and healthy lives with us because otherwise, other than their teeth, they're both very healthy. I haven't had any problems really. Nothing chronic at least. So yeah, that was that. Yeah, I wrote there in my agenda Thursday night when she came home from surgery, high as a kite. It was quite funny. Her pupils were so dilated. Um, I've been feeding her wet food, of course, because she has some stitches in her mouth, so she can't have the hard stuff. Are you growling at me? Just making noises over here. But the wet stuff I found is shredded chicken and egg. She absolutely loves it. Chicken is her favorite food, and then egg is her second favorite food. We usually feed her the egg yolk when my husband makes hard-boiled eggs. And yeah, so I found this food that has both, so she's really been enjoying it. I might need to make it kind of a staple in her diet. But she's doing well. She's pretty much herself today, which I'm very grateful for. Hi! She reached out with her little paw and put it on my shoulders. So what are you doing, Mom? She's been sleeping since she's been back home, so this is the first afternoon she's kind of come out and sat with me, which is nice. Hi. Say hi to the people. What she's actually probably doing is wondering who I'm talking to. But yeah, that was a Thursday. So Friday, I didn't do much. I was very sore yesterday, but I did manage to make a bunch more Halloween Valentine's minders. So I do have, like I said, about 30 that I just have to decide if I'm going to just list these ones now, like next week, or if I'm going to wait till I have some more and do just a big drop. I haven't quite decided. I have a feeling they will sell out because my Christmas and Halloween ones did. Both times I did drops, they both sold out rather quickly, which I'm super grateful for, you guys. As I said, I've really been enjoying making these little Valentine's one, as I said here. It's just so pretty, isn't it? I'm going to keep this one because there is actually an air bubble under there that I don't like, so I'm going to keep that one. I have a tendency to make things and not keep one for myself, so I decided that one I will. Yesterday, yeah, after I did that, I just diamond painted the afternoon away. And then this morning I woke up with an awful headache and just feeling really sore, and one of my other medical conditions flared up. It's the one where basically allergic to gravity, so my heart rate's just pounding this morning, and that gets under control with medication, but I did manage to make a couple more Valentine's minders this morning, 4 of them, and I said, that's it, I need to rest. So came on the couch, I finished the other diamond painting that is a surprise, and now I am here talking to you guys. So let me know what you are working on if you haven't already. I know I asked you a little bit earlier. I'm hoping to get this done. This doesn't have to be, I don't think you need a finish for this event, which I really like. I don't like events that require finishes because I don't like that pressure, you know. I like, as I said, working on things when I feel like working on them and not feel rushed for a deadline. So I don't think Cindy's requiring a finish. It's just, you know, weekly progress to participate in the weekly prizes. So that is fun. I haven't participated in events for a good, probably about a year. I've been hosting them. So it's nice to be on the other side, get a bit of a break. I'm actually really craving working on a Valentine's painting, but I don't have one. I did order those spring gnomes from, or not spring, Valentine's gnomes from Diamond Art Club, but they haven't arrived yet. I'm thinking of starting that one for February. I think it would be fun to work on lots of pretty colors too. But otherwise for February, I don't really have any plans yet. I haven't really sat down and decided what I want to paint next month. Again, I just kind of go by the seat of my pants. So once I finish these whips, then I'll kind of take an inventory and see what I want to work on. What I really want to work on is a Miss Buttered. I haven't, because I've been participating in all these events that are not for Miss Buttered. So Miss Buttered D, I should say. I really want to work on one of her paintings because the colors are amazing and the kits are a good size. And yeah, I really want to get one of those kits done because I have them all, but I've not yet completed even one. And yeah, today is Saturday, so Diamond Art Club released some paintings today that sold out very fast, apparently. I was paying no attention. I was making my cover minders. I am trying, I think, to go on somewhat of a no-buy. I'm calling it a low buy, as I say. If there's a painting I must have, I will get it. But otherwise, I'm putting things on my wish list and working on my stash. I think you'll see in my stash video, but I think I counted 48 kits, which is a lot. A big yawn there. I used to try to keep it below like 30, 35. So I am above what I want, but I've tried to go through my stash and destash some, and I just haven't found, like, there's nothing I want to get rid of right now. Everything I have, I want to do at some point. So I'm going to try to work on my stash as much as I can, but you never know what they're going to release, right? But yeah, I did see that, and I saw some posts of people complaining. If you did not know, back in the day, like 2 years ago, when Saturday releases came, everybody and their dog had to be ready on that website, refreshing the page at 9:30 for general release, and you had to be checking your email for that email link for early release. Things would sell out in both tiers, early and regular release, and every painting would sell out in under a couple of minutes usually. So Diamond Art Club actually has done a great job at increasing their stock because that doesn't happen anymore. Paintings tend not to sell it so fast because they have such a high quantity, so more people are able to get the paintings. And when they do sell out, of course there are people who complain. It's you know, a first world problem, I guess I would say. You know, I get that some paintings are discontinued rather quickly and can be frustrating for those collecting, such as these birds. But I don't think it's necessary to go post and complain that kits sold out very fast. It's just known. You're buying from a very good company with very high quality. Their kits are very popular. If it's something you want, you have to be there. And if you don't get it, chances are, if it sells out within minutes, Diamond Art Club's going to do at least one more restock. Now, that's not guaranteed. That's just what I've noticed. You know, with my time with them, is kits that are super, super popular sell out very fast. Even ones that they used to label limited edition, they did one more round because people were so devastated that they missed out on the painting. So they do listen to positive feedback. They try their best as a business. I can't imagine how hard it is to guess how many of each canvas to print, and you know how much money it costs to print them and keep them in the warehouse because they're not print on demand. they have them in their warehouse so that when you purchase it, you get it shipped to you relatively quickly. Uh, that is hard for businesses to do these days because prices are just crazy. The economy is just nuts. So I am grateful for what they do and what they provide. I just urge people, if you are, I do remember a time when I was upset when things would sell out so fastly. It's just, I think, part of the experience, and the longer you're in the community, the more you realize it's kind of, it happens now and again. It's not the end of the world. It will probably restock, or, there are generally a good handful of people who destash things at reasonable prices for people who missed out. There are good people out there. You just have to find them, right? But yeah, it just makes me kind of angry. Angry is a bit of a harsh word, but when I see people complain, it's just, I kind of roll my eyes and think, nobody's happy. There's always somebody upset. But yeah, if only you knew the good old days, how everything sold out. I know Catherine Brown, who is very active in the with Diamond Art Club and helping them. She remembers those days because I remember seeing lots of posts about that. Make sure you're ready, and tips for checking out fast and all that kind of stuff. So they have done great improvements, and yeah, just be positive in your comments. Not even just related to that, in anything. I have seen some really awful comments lately, related to absolutely anything. Just people, saying art looks like a puked out rainbow. That one really kind of made me gasp. Like, your words matter. What if the artist was seeing that? And if you don't think they're an artist because they don't meet your qualifications of an artist, it doesn't make them any less of an artist. And I would be really devastated if I saw that comment. It was not a necessary comment. And I really don't think it was, necessary, right? So yeah, that's just something that I took away from this week is, words can hurt people, and no matter where you're commenting or talking, everything is online. Everybody can see everything. Be kind. It's free to be kind. It takes no extra effort to be kind. And I think our world could use a lot more kindness. So that is my closing words for this little Whip and Chat. I'm actually over an hour as I sit here. Who knows once I edit it. I hope you enjoyed this update. I hope you enjoyed this Whip and Chat. Please let me know how you are doing down below. I sit down every couple of days and read each and every comment and respond to each and every one of you, even if all you do is send me an emoji. If you made it to the end of the video, send me an emoji. Let me know you made it to the end. Pick the emoji. I don't know. I always pick the same darn thing. I'm working on a bird painting, so leave me a bird or leave me a little heart for these Valentine's minders, if you're interested in them. Yeah, leave some sort of emoji. Let me know you're here. If you're a lurker, I like asking my lurkers every once in a while to just leave an emoji or a comment if you want to. Just say hi. Let me know you're here. I appreciate you as well. And yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I am hoping the rest of the weekend remains relaxing. Tomorrow, I am probably going to be gluing magnets on minders and then diamond painting the rest of the day away. My husband works until he's off on Tuesday, so he works Sunday, Monday. I may try to film some content too. As I said, I do have a drawer full of small shop packages. I've decided to start hoarding them instead of opening them when they come, because I was going through my log of videos and I have small shop hauls from last year, like the summertime, that just did not get posted because I was hosting events and I had to post specific videos for the events, and things got, missed. So I'm going to try to put some of those up if I can. I put a little disclaimer at the beginning in editing that this was filmed 6 months ago. So some of the things I say may not apply to right now, but I still want to share the products with you, right? Because they're from small shops that deserve support. But yeah, that's it for me today. I hope everybody is doing well. And until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye, guys.